Well, you can't be too upset about that. That's the nature of the game. You're going to get what I call them predator kills. Someone who's smart and they kind of sneak around and they're looking for a firefight. And when they see it, then they sneak in at the end like a predator who's hungry, trying to take out their prey who's already been weakened from a previous fight. Makes it easier for them, you see? So those are perfectly fine, you know? But at the same time, there were other things last night that really pissed me off because when I play Warzone, as you guys know now, people are very generous and they offer me bounties. They say, hey, if you're going to do well, you know, we'll reward you. If you're going to make top 10 or top 5, top 3, top 2, if you win a match, sometimes people will say, hey, if you get a certain amount of kills or if you kill people in a certain way or whatever, we'll reward you, right? And I really appreciate that because that's a way of people saying, hey, we like the suspense, we like the entertainment value, and if you perform well, you'll be rewarded for that performance. And in general, it's been really good. In fact, the last 2.5 weeks since the new year hit and since I got my first win right when January started, I've been really looking for that second win. And even though I haven't gotten it yet, there have been a bunch of matches where it's been really cool, like down to the wire, suspenseful gameplay. And there's been a couple of times that the only reason I didn't win is because I didn't understand a game mechanic, like being able to stim endlessly in gas and not die, which I didn't even know could happen. But for the most part, there've been great suspenseful times, and usually I'll make a top 10 placing, which means, you know, I'll hit some of these bounties. Last night, there were several times where I was set up for success, should have, by dead to rights, should have made top 10. But instead, because of insanely bad server quality and connection, I got screwed out of it. And that really upsets me when I'm working my ass off and you're playing a match for 15, 20 minutes to get to that point, and you plan everything right, and the game refuses to work properly because you have a billion-dollar company that's lazy and doesn't actually improve their online connectivity. It's a joke, you know? Situations where I'm in a room, a guy walks in. On my end, it shows me draw my weapon, fire, hitting this guy multiple times before he ever looks at me. Then he turns and looks at me, opens fire on me, we get into a firefight, I die. Okay, what happened there? I was shooting him way before he shot me. Look at his kill cam. On his kill cam, he walks in the room, turns, sees me, aims and fires before I even looked at him. Like, seriously, it's just nonsense. And it really pisses me off when a lot is on the line in these cases. You know, this is a week where things have been slow for me. And it's not anyone's fault. Again, I'm not complaining or asking for anything. It's just a fact. It's a slower week for me. Let's hopefully make up for that with an awesome Warzone night. No, the game just doesn't want to cooperate. And it's not like that happened once. That happened 3 different matches. Each match where I played 15, 20 minutes. So you're talking about half of last night's stream was completely wasted to bad connections. And that really frustrates me. And I'm sorry, I'm tired of this bullshit. And I'm tired of people giving Infinity Ward and Activision a pass with this shit. It's just, to me, that's just unacceptable. If you have someone dead to rights, they're dead. Now, every excuse in the book to, oh, no, this is why it happened, that's why it happened. No. Watch the kill cam. The kill cam is the telling symbol. It's the piece of evidence proving that the server is shit. If on their end, they never even saw me turn and look at them. They just unloaded a whole clip into me, and I never fired on them. Like, what are you talking about? On my end, I'm hitting them before they even saw me. And it really pisses me off. Because that's hard work. That's not like, oh, I'm dicking around. It is hard work to get to the end of a match of Warzone. It is. There's a lot of planning involved. There's a lot of, you know, suspense, of course. You know, adrenaline pumping. And to strategically say, here's how I'm going to move through the map. Here's what I'm going to grab, what I'm not going to grab, get my build, take chances to try to grab a loadout if something drops. You know, there's a lot involved in it. Originally, when I played about a month and a half ago, I was just flubbing it. Now I'm actually trying to get good at it, you know? And, yeah, that really upset me. That the reason that last night's stream was a slower one was the game, not me. Sorry, I'll take credit for half of my losses last night. Half of them I was outplayed, but the other half, there is definitive evidence in the videos that game sucks ass online, and they just don't care. They never improve it. I say it every year. Call of Duty is the same netcode, the same problems. They just don't care because they're a billion-dollar game and everyone buys it anyway, so everyone just accepts it, and they never improve. They will never be pressured to improve if people keep spending the money like they did. So anyway, yeah, it pissed me off. So I'm really hoping today for a strong day when it comes to, obviously, viewership. I'd love more people to come check out Signalis. It's a new game. It's something that just came out a few months ago. It's my new playthrough, something different, and I'm playing it because you guys gave me feedback saying it was really good. So because of that, it's like a lot of factors I hope come together, and it ends up being a good playthrough today. I don't know. You know, I love classic survival horror games, hence me wearing my King of Retro shirt today, because this is supposed to be a modern game that is an homage and a take on old school survival horror such as Silent Hill and Resident Evil. However, it very much has modern themes. The characters are drawn in an anime-esque style, I should say. It's about the future. It's set somewhere in the future. There's cyborgs and AIs and synths and things like that. So definitely it's a different twist. But hopefully it'll play like an older game, which is the kind that I like. All right, we're going to see. You know, it's one thing to play a classic that I've already played for a second or third time. It's another to just play an original game like this that I have not played before and see how it pans out. Hopefully it turns into a good playthrough, you know? So we'll see. I'm excited for that. Now later tonight, I'm playing whatever you vote for. We're going to check in a moment and actually see what that ends up being. We're going to determine what that playthrough will be, and that'll help us figure out the schedule for the rest of the week as well, since now we'll know what we're playing on Thursday. So, anyway, yes, let's hope for the best. Hopefully today's a good day in all respects. You know, hopefully people show up, hopefully people engage, hopefully people support to help make up for the last few slower days that I've experienced because of baloney. It's baloney. You know, it's funny. I will say this too, because as you know, I have detractors out there who want to say dumb shit, and they say, oh, you see, that day that Phil has to do those private react videos, that's not a big deal because he already got paid for that day through Patreon. That's correct. But what you have to understand is that I've had a Patreon since 2015, and I used to get a lot of support on my Patreon, and admittedly it's dwindled for good reason. I'm a full-time streamer now, and most or all of my goals on Patreon are completely unrelated to the streams, right? Most of them have to do with either Ask the King, my bi-monthly Q&A show, or getting a private video made, right? I really has nothing to do with the stream whatsoever. It's almost like if you don't care about the streams, you can support me through Patreon. But what they won't say, these detractors, these critics, whatever you want to call them, is that, oh yeah, if you take a look, basically Phil's Patreon is the same level it's always been, right? It's a few $100 a month. So why is that if Phil now has all these new people coming and pledging to his Patreon to get private videos? Because a lot of people stopped pledging to my Patreon in the last couple of years. When I came back to YouTube full time, a lot of people said, well, I'm going to support Phil or try to support Phil via YouTube, you know, contributions on his streams and the like. And, you know, a lot of people have canceled their ongoing Patreon support. That used to be a staple piece of support I would get every month, okay? So I used to always get, you know, a few $100 of support without having to do a night stream off to do private patron videos. Now I have to do that to get the same amount of support. So it's funny, you know, I say, you know, guys, it is a little bit slower now because tonight I can't stream. Oh, he already got paid for that. Yeah, the same amount that I used to get paid without having to have a stream out. You know what I mean? But they don't see that aspect of it because they're scumbags. All they do is they sit around and try to do every little possible thing to say something negative about me. And, you know, they always spin it in a way that doesn't make sense. So here you go. I justify what I'm saying with facts. They have no facts. They just sit there. Slander, 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 slander. Well, hopefully Phil will never dispute this. So now that I finally explained to you what I mean when I say stuff like that, oh, well, here's another 400 things. Because it's called moving the goalpost. Once you disprove one thing they've said as nonsense, they move on to the next 47 things that I'm not going to waste time disproving because I won't ever have content for you. Okay? So anyway, indeed, yeah, this week's been a slow week for me. It's not going to end the business, but at the same time, it sure would be great if we could pick it up a little bit and have a better day today. But I don't control that. That's up to you. If you guys are having a good time today, I would hope you'll support the stream. And if you're not or you can't, that's okay too. You know, it's all good. It's all good as long as we're having a good time. That's what it's about. But I'm a transparent guy. You know, I'm not asking for nothing. I'm not demanding anything. I'm letting you know like it is. Some people can't handle that. Some people can't take transparency. They don't like that at all. They only want sugarcoating. They only want to hear the good. That's it. All I want ever is the good, the good, the good. Please give me just the good. I'm not that kind of guy. I tell you everything going on, as to some extent. I know to some extent you guys don't want to hear this all day, every day, and I'm never going to do that. You know, I'm never going to make it, you know, so annoying, right? I don't want it to become the end-all, be-all of me. I don't want to have streams like that Scorn stream that I had several months ago where I was so upset about having a bad week, and then an incredibly stressful night in a badly designed game, and then having it all explode at once, basically pent up in me, and then blows up on stream, and I look like an asshole. I don't want that to happen, you know. That's why it's good every once in a while to be honest with you guys and be transparent and let you know what's going on, right? So you know what's going on with me, and, you know, you see my perspective. I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying all the games we're playing. You guys are a great audience. I'm excited for the future. We got a new game today with Signalis. We got the Dead Space remake coming up. We have several new games coming up in February that are going to be good. So I'm not worried. By any means, I'm not worried. It's just, you know, having a good stream of a couple of months there, and then having a week where just bad circumstances kind of conspire. Last night would have been an amazingly supportive stream if I hit any of those bounties on Warzone, and I hit zero bounties. Like, what are you gonna do? There's another one coming up this week. Hopefully I'll do better, right? That's really the best attitude to have. Okay, you have to push forward positively and hope for the best and be hopeful. You just have to. You can't be a defeatist in this life. You can't let setbacks crush you and destroy you. You can't let a bunch of people telling you you're no good or you can't do this, or, you know, you can't let any of that hold you back. You've got to keep pushing forward positively. And at least in my experience, okay, my life experience, if you keep pushing forward positively, eventually good things will come to you. And it may take a long time. It may take a lot of downs before things turn and it starts to go back up. But in my experience, as long as you stay the course and you don't compromise your morals and values and you stick true to who you are, hopefully that will resonate with someone. And eventually good things will come to you because you deserve it. You know what I say? You stick to your guns. You maintain the kind of attitude that you think is a positive one in your life. Hopefully others would recognize that and see that level of dedication and that level of work, and you would eventually have a level of success and rewards for your hard work. You know what I'm saying? I hope, for all of you, I really hope that's the best, because that's been my experience in life, and I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. In fact, you know what? Just to give you guys a perfect example of what I'm talking about here, okay? Every day, without exaggeration, every day I get another one of these offers for sponsorship. And these are the same offers that every other YouTuber takes, and why you see constant sponsored content, constant paid advertisements, constant sponsored streams and stuff that those people would never do. They would never do that crap normally. It was hilarious the other day. I was browsing YouTube, and you know, you're seeing videos pop up in your feed, and there's a video that pops up in the feed, and it's someone doing like a factual documentary about something. But the video preview is like demons in a video game. I was like, what the hell? That video preview has nothing to do with the video. What is it? I clicked on it. Oh, Raid Shadow Legends ad. So the Raid Shadow Legends ad became the video preview for their video, meaning no one's going to watch that video. They're going to see the video preview as an ad. They're never going to watch that. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is where what's become of YouTubers. It's all about this first, and then the content second. Not me, because I don't have this. I don't have that component in my content on purpose. Here's the example. Just got an email this morning. All right? For the sake of protection and to prevent online harassment, I'm going to edit this email that I received. You ready for this? Good morning. I am blank, the marketing manager at blank. As a result of analyzing the content on your channel, our team decided to write you. We find your channel promising to promote our game on your YouTube channel. We have many customers around the world. You can be one of them. We have the best price for introducing software on your YouTube channel. We think your channel is a perfect place to promote our user-friendly and easy-to-use software. That's why we would love to work with you. Blank is an open-world action-adventure game with RPG elements. The game is distributed with digital distribution. And basically, they go on to describe their game at great length here. There's like a whole paragraph about their game, okay? Would you like to cooperate with us? We're waiting for your reply. We'd like to discuss the details. We hope for a better choice. Best wishes, blank. Okay? Yeah, I get this all the time. This is not a one-off. Like, this is something that's a very common thing that happens. I'd say I probably get about 5 similar offers like that a week. Every once in a while, I'll actually get one of the more common offers. I've been offered by Raid Shadow Legends and those similar companies, those ones that you see those ads everywhere. Yes, a couple of those VPN companies actually contacted me at one point. You know, those offers are there for everyone. You know what I mean? And I never take them because I care about the content I'm putting out for you guys. I hope you understand that there's no paid sponsorship. There's no shilling on this stream for a good reason, because I respect you, because I don't want to waste your time. Hell, I even tell you, the better way to go about watching YouTube, get YouTube Premium. Why? You don't have to watch any ads. Your time is valuable, and your time spent watching ads in a month is more valuable than $13 a month. So spend the $13 and skip the ads and watch everyone's content and enjoy it, rather than having to sit here and be advertised to all day. You know, that's my take. But basically, yeah, all this stuff is very common, and that's why you see all these YouTubers taking these ads and doing these product placements and taking money, taking payouts. And I don't do that. I'm different. I strive to be different. You know what I mean? I hope that you guys understand that. It's a different situation for sure. You know, trying to be different and not waste your time. So that's why when I jump into a game, you know, not interrupting the game to do ads and placements and you know what I mean? I'm not doing that crap. And you know, I hope that you see that difference between my kind of content and the content that you see other places. Okay? I hope so. You would think that's why I get the support I do, because like I said, there's very few people of my size on YouTube or who've been around as long as I have who are able to maintain the level that I do, the level of support, the level, you know, being able to maintain this business. It's because of you guys. And I really, really appreciate all the support you guys give me on a daily basis. Okay? So thanks. Thanks very much. Okay. Now that that's all out of the way, let's get to the schedule.